Welcome to Scaredycast, everybody.
Welcome to Scaredycast.
Brian's not here. Just a heads up. There's no Brian this week.
He's not?
So.
That's not him?
No.
Who is this?
This is... We never named the skeleton guy.
I think Brian Jr.
Brian Jr.? He's got the Crush Groovin' hat on, though. So maybe...
Oh, Crush like the turtle from Finding Nemo.
Okay.
Crush.
I like it. Crush.
Yeah.
What's up, Crush?
What's up, Crush?
Hey, quick, man, Crush. I'm just here. Dog spooky. Give me that spooky now. Oh, gosh. Don't fall. Okay. Anyways.
It's already November. We just had Halloween.
How was your Halloween? What'd you do?
Okay. We were talking about this a little bit earlier. Mm-hmm. So I was not thinking I was going to do anything for Halloween. I was like, okay, I'm going to wear my costume to Scaredycast. And that's going to be like about the extent of what I do, especially for Halloween stuff.
Yeah.
Well, my friends kept on being like, oh, like, let's do this, let's do that, or whatever. And I wasn't going to go out. So I dressed up as a kitty cat. Easy, you know, like one of the typical things. I think that was Saturday night. Wait.
Saturday night?
No.
No?
When was it?
You were so wasted. You don't remember nothing.
I don't know any of the dates.
God.
No, because Saturday was my friend's gender reveal.
Yes.
Yeah, so I had that. And those must have been Sunday night? Monday night?
Gee whiz, you guys.
Anyways, I was dressed up as a kitty cat one of the nights. And then actual Halloween night, we're like, oh, let's go downtown because we got the Suns playing the Spurs. We got D-backs, which we'll probably talk about.
That's probably not either of those games.
Yes, and it was actual Halloween night.
Yeah.
And I actually had Wednesday off for once. So I was like, you know what? Let's go. And then that night, I dressed up as Barbie, a little knockoff Barbie. And there was like I thought there was going to be millions of Barbies everywhere. First of all, there wasn't really even that many people out, even though it was like the trifecta of being able to go out in downtown.
Well, everybody was at the Diamondbacks game.
It's crying.
And at the Suns game. Crying.
Yeah.
There was a lot of crying at both games that night.
Well, Arizona fans.
I know.
But yeah, that was basically, just going out, not remembering what day it is, not remembering who I am, How was I saw... Okay, you talk about that your neighborhood does it up for Halloween.
They did it up again.
Yo, you sent that picture and it's making me hungry.
I wasn't disappointed. We went to our normal spot, started trick-or-treating, started smelling that smoked meat, and got up there, and there it was. He had like the drinks out there. So they had turkey legs this year again. They had turkey legs 2 years ago. Last year was ribs. Turkey legs are back this year.
It's like the fucking Renaissance Festival in your neighborhood, and I'm very jealous.
It was really good. And then the cul-de-sac, they had beef enchiladas going on.
And they just give these out for like anybody that wants them?
Yeah.
So if I would have come, they wouldn't be like, you're not from this neighborhood.
No, they don't check your billing IDs or anything to make sure you're local. Yeah.
I need at least one cycle.
If you want some chips and salsa, we're going to have to see an APS bill.
No, but okay, how many turkey legs did this man make? And where do you even buy those? He
didn't say how many he made, but he said he had 80 pounds of turkey legs. So he had a lot. Yeah.
That's got to be $1,000.
Oh,
80 pounds of turkey legs? Where do you even get a turkey leg? You can just go to Fry's.
Where do you get that much of them either? I don't know. I'll ask next year.
Yeah, I think I want to answer sooner.
Well,
we're like a year away from Halloween for next year.
Go back to his house and be like, hey, sir.
Hey.
How much do those cost?
Just say something like, hey, so I'm thinking about doing a little turkey leg action for whatever something. Say like Thanksgiving or something.
I don't know how much turkey legs cost.
It's got to be like, okay. What does a whole turkey cost?
I don't know.
Like $30?
No.
$50?
Okay. Hang on.
And those are like tiny. Like the turkey leg they had
Walmart, you can get a whole turkey leg for $6.62. It says
80 pounds. How much do you think one turkey leg is? Like half a pound?
At least a pound. Like they're big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had at least 80 of those things. 80 times 6, what? $480. That's like $500.
I'll say at least $500 worth of turkey legs.
Pre-tax.
Yeah.
That's baller.
And he had to have so many left over. But yeah, we had the turkey legs. There's beef enchiladas, some chips and dip.
Dang.
There's some good. We went to some other house. They didn't offer it up, but I saw like behind them they had like hamburger sliders and stuff.
And your neighbors have drinks and stuff too?
They had drinks, yeah.
Dang. Mm-hmm. Do your kids still enjoy trick or treating, or do you think they're getting to the
Yeah, they do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do they dress up as? Did you dress up?
I did not dress up.
Wow.
It hasn't been a great October. Let's just put it that way. So by the time we got to Halloween night, I was just out of gas, and I'm like, look, let's just go trick or treating. I mean, it's just 99% of my wardrobe is Fright Rags t-shirts, so I wore my typical get up.
You hear that, Fright Rags?
Hear that, Fright Rags?
Make it 100%.
Yeah, make it 100%. Send me some shirts.
You do always have like the best like horror.
Today's a
haunted.
Burbs shirt. Yeah, I didn't dress up, but we did trick or treating.
What'd your kids dress up as?
My oldest child, he was Batman.
Oh, Batman! Did he do the voice?
He did not do the voice.
Where's
I don't
Rachel?
know. He doesn't go trick or treating with us anymore.
Where'd he go? He went with his friends?
He goes out with his friends.
Wow.
I know. And my youngest child, Lucas, who everybody knows, he dressed up as something from a YouTube video called like Skibbity Toilet or something.
What?
I don't know what it is.
Skibbity Toilet?
Skibbity Bop.
Skibbity Bop.
Skibbity Bop. I don't know. I'm too old for this stuff. But he made me watch it one time, and it's like there's these dudes in suits, and they have speakers for heads, and they're fighting these heads that are in toilets, and the same song plays when they show up. It's like a Tears for Fears song.
This?
Yes. What is it? Skibbity Toilet?
Skibbity Toilet.
Skibbity
It
Toilet.
looks weird.
But he was the guy in the suit with the speaker for a head.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. He was that. He was very excited about it. We had to find it on Etsy. Yeah. We had to find the custom on Etsy. So he was a Skibbity man, speaker face.
Okay.
I don't know. Then we went home, ate a bunch of candy, watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Nice. The classic?
We watched the remake.
Ooh.
It's
all right.
I've seen the classic a lot, and I hadn't seen the remake since I went to the theater and saw it.
I love the classic one.
So I wanted to give the remake another go, and
it's not bad. The one with Jessica Biel.
Yeah,
I do like it. I think it's good, but obviously I don't.
It's good.
Think it's
The only thing that always takes me out, because I remembered it I hadn't seen it in the theater, but I vividly remember it in the theater. The main takeaway I had from the movie was the amount of times they find an excuse to get Jessica Biel wet in this
and
movie.
her tits are out. Like she has
They
no
are
bra.
out.
Yeah. I mean,
And
why not?
No
And
complaints.
I think she's like in her underwear and stuff. Some of it too.
No.
Okay,
No.
so just a wet t-shirt.
But it's like the first time is like Leatherface throws her into a giant puddle that's in the basement.
That's
So
in the middle of
she's just
Texas,
soaked.
like the driest part of Texas. Like, why do you have a puddle in your basement?
Yeah, and then they go into like the meat packing plant. There's a big chase through that, and just for no reason, Leatherface hits the sprinkler system button.
Well, I mean, it's very important.
I mean, the reason is to get Jessica Biel wet, but storyline wise, there's no reason for him to be like smashing the fucking sprinkler system button.
Yeah, you think that would hinder him, not like help him.
So yeah, like that gets her wet again. And then she runs outside and all of a sudden it's raining. So it's like, okay.
So three times.
We get it.
3 different times?
Yeah. It's like, all right, listen, appreciated. But come on, it's a little too on the nose.
You're like, first time, hot. Second time, I'm starting to ask questions.
Yeah. Third time, okay, bro.
Third time, I'm just trying to enjoy the movie. We got nipples everywhere, okay?
Yeah. Calm down a little bit.
It's like so 100%. I saw someone dressed up as Carmen Electra in Scary Movie. And when so she's running, like in her, like when she's like in
How would they be dressed up as Carmen Electra from Scary Movie? They just in her
literally in underwear, yes. It was Hailey Bieber, Justin Bieber's wife. And then he was, I don't know what he was. Anyways, it's obviously very cute, very sexy costume, but it just reminded me of that scene because, she's running scared and then the sprinklers come on and she's like,
yeah.
And so it's like, that was so typical for that time. I saw that, so Megan Fox's big break in one of like the early Christopher Nolan movies before she did Transformers, they were having her at the bar, but she wasn't 21 yet, or maybe she was under 18 or something. So their solution was to put her in a bikini in like at this bar, a waterfall.
I think that was a Michael Bay movie.
Oh, Michael Bay. Sorry, thank you, Michael Bay.
I think that was Bad Boys 2 or something.
Yeah, so that was their solution instead of having her at a bar fully clothed. in a bikini in a waterfall.
Michael Bay knows what he's doing.
I mean, he is a very successful person.
I love Michael Bay. I don't care.
What's your favorite Michael Bay movie?
Oh, man. Oh, my God. That's the question right there. I got to go with The Rock.
Oh, that is...
But I really love Bad Boys.
Bad Boys is really good. Bad Boys 1 and 2 are both great.
Yeah.
I
used to watch Bad Boys when I was like early teenager. I used to go to my parents' video store and I would go in the back and I would watch Bad Boys every day.
Ooh, every day.
Every day I was watching Bad Boys.
That's so intense. That's a lot.
I mean, I had nothing else to do.
Do you have the whole movie memorized?
I got a lot of it memorized. Yeah. Want me to recite Bad Boys for you?
And welcome to this reading of Bad Boys with Tony Gauthier.
All right. We're in a black Porsche cruising down the freeway.
Will Smith is on his shenanigans.
No. Martin Lawrence is actually on the shenanigans because Martin Lawrence is looking for a cup holder, you see. But Will Smith says there is no cup holder in this Porsche. Yes, because, and Martin Lawrence is very upset. He says he's got the performance situation going on Martin Lawrence actually says it's a big shiny dick with 2 chairs in it, and they are the balls just dragging along because there's no cup holder. And then he spills the fries, you see, and then he's trying to get the fries, but he can't because his hand gets cramped up, and he's like, when I go down, I come up with this shit. That's what he says because he can't get the fries out. And Will Smith pulls the Porsche over. He's like, you're going to get the fries. You're going to clean this up. And he's like, I'm not going to clean up. And they start arguing, you see. And then the guy from Sons of Anarchy shows up. He sends this hot lady to walk across the street to distract him, you see. And then they come up and they try to carjack him. And Will Smith's like, oh, man, you're having a very bad day. Right now you're carjacking a couple of cops.
Is this Ron Perlman?
No.
Or which one from Sons of Anarchy?
I think his name was Tig?
Oh, yeah. Black hair.
Yeah. He was in Waterworld.
Oh, great movie. I love
Waterworld.
I know it was a flop.
I can recite Waterworld for you guys, too.
As Kevin Costner?
Yeah, his character in Waterworld loved the paper.
The paper?
The paper. He's like, oh, look at the paper. What are we talking about right now?
I don't know, but anyways.
Good Lord.
This is what happens.
This is what happens if Brian doesn't show up because he's busy working.
You guys would be going back and forth on this right now, and then I would be trying to. Okay, we were talking about food, turkey legs.
Yes, turkey legs.
So we are well into fall, almost winter, which reminds me that Thanksgiving's right around the corner.
It is. I can't wait for Thanksgiving. So while we're talking about food,
so RIP to Halloween. It's
Halloween.
363 days. Or something.
Something like that.
And 360-ish probably by the time that people watch.
Yeah.
That actually might be maybe 359.
It's a long way away.
It's a long ways away. But Thanksgiving is next, and I fucking love Thanksgiving food, and I can't wait. And since we're already gonna be making myself hungry, what is your favorite Thanksgiving dish? What are you looking forward to most?
Oh man, well I always go turkey and ham. We get that honey baked ham every year.
Ooh. Is there still I remember there was a few Thanksgivings that my grandma would go get one and she would have to be there so early because the line is crazy.
Yep.
Even though you order ahead, so it makes no sense.
Yeah, now you can go on the website and order and pick it up, so it's not as crazy. But yeah, there's a big line and there's armed security there. Like
the guys that go and pick up money from different businesses and stuff?
Like bigger than that. Like they're all almost off-duty SWAT team members. They are armed.
You're like, sorry, officer, I jumped.
And I remember one year I picked up my ham and I walked out and I asked him, does it really get that serious around here? He's like, yeah. It's like, shit.
He's like, you don't even know what I've seen.
Yeah,
you don't even know what happens right
You don't know what happens with these hands, man.
They're getting so crazy and then everyone is fighting and everyone's slipping and...
Yeah. I couldn't believe when I saw him.
Imagine getting shot by an off-duty cop fucking trying to get a honey-baked ham for Thanksgiving. That would be an embarrassing way to go.
Oh, man.
That would be very embarrassing. Okay, so honey-baked ham?
But yeah, I get the turkey, the ham. But you know what? I love the mashed potatoes and gravy.
Let me tell you, I make some mean mashed potatoes.
Dude, and listen, I do love my main dish, but later that night, I'm watching a movie or I'm playing some video games, sneaking in the kitchen, I break open one of them fresh baked dinner rolls. I put a little mashed potato in there, a little bit of gravy, a little bit of turkey, sprinkle a little salt and pepper on top of it, and then I microwave that bad boy. God dang. So I'm going to say my turkey sliders post-Thanksgiving meal.
Post-Thanksgiving meal. That is
my favorite.
Oh my God. Leftovers.
Yeah, leftovers.
They're the best.
Yeah.
Okay, so for anyone who doesn't know, I was raised by my grandma. She wasn't the best cook in the world, but that's what made me not be so picky, because if you didn't eat, you didn't eat. So I'll eat anything.
Right.
But one of the best things that she used to make is this like corn casserole. Where it's like all these different types of corns, like Ritz crackers, it's like this little casserole thing. It is so good.
Dude, there's something about grandmas and crackers.
They love crackers.
They can always do stuff with crackers and make them like amazing.
It's so good. And it's some kind of like super mid.
Dude, my grandma used to take get the canned salmon and would make patties, but she would like ground up crackers.
Okay.
Just saltine crackers, and use that as like the breading. And then she'd fry them. Holy shit, they were good.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm getting so hungry.
Dude, I am starving right now.
I'm starving. Okay, so all right, so we have our favorite dishes.
Yeah, Brian.
Corn casserole. You got Thanksgiving leftovers. Yeah, Brian. We miss him today, but he did say that he has a favorite.
Brian loves cranberries, and not cranberry sauce. Oh. Just whole jelly, like the cranberry itself.
The circular cranberry.
Yes. So I like the jelly, like whenever you get the cranberry in the can, it just comes out in a big cylinder of cranberry.
And you it's going to stay that way until you mash it up.
Yeah, or I cut it in slices, so they're like little cranberry patties. I eat it that way. But he likes the jellied cranberry, where it's the whole cranberries with the cranberry jelly mixed in. That's what he likes best. Yeah.
All right. Well, there you have it.
There you have it.
There you have it. That's our favorite things. I can't wait. Do you guys do a lot of you do the cooking at your house?
Yeah. It's just me and my wife and kids, but we cook for 20 people for some reason. I don't know why, but.
Well, you can bring some leftovers here, and
maybe I will.
Maybe I will.
Maybe we'll have a little Thanksgiving feast over here, Zeke.
He's like, don't bring me into this, okay? I am behind the scenes for a reason. Please. Well, I love how we're always, it doesn't matter where we're at or who's behind the camera. We always reference people as no one knows who the fuck we're talking about. It's just Wizard of Oz over here.
Right.
But there's a lot of really great movies coming out and stuff, I think, which is kind of unfortunate that it's coming out. I feel like there's going to be a lot of November, December horror films coming out. I kind of wish they would have timed it a little bit better. I feel like there wasn't that many.
Thanksgiving that's coming out.
Thanksgiving's coming out.
I watched a movie, if you want to segue to movies.
We do.
Holy shitballs. I watched a movie called When Evil Lurks. And
what's it about? Evil lurking?
So this movie, first off, y'all know my stance on subtitles. I don't like subtitles.
Which is so unfortunate because they're so much better.
I know. There's a lot of movies I love that have subtitles. This movie had subtitles, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go anyways. I'm so glad I did, because this movie blew my pants off. It's about this demon that has possessed this man.
As they tend to do.
And they refer to people that have been, in the movie, they refer to these people that have been possessed as rottens.
Oh.
So apparently it's a known thing. It's rare, but people have heard of it or they've seen it. Oh my God, these are rotten.
It's like a double insult. Not only are you fucking possessed.
Yeah.
But also everyone's sitting around calling you rotten.
And this thing is is evil. It messes with you. And the only way to properly get rid of it is you have to go through a proper exorcism type ritual to get rid of it.
Okay.
The only problem is this thing is so messed up, it just pisses you off to the point that you kill it. But if you kill it, if you shoot,
but then you kill the human.
You kill the human that's possessed, but
but the thing still lives, I'm guessing.
It doesn't just live. It
gets stronger
and multiplies and goes. You don't know where it's gone next.
It's like the broom from Fantasia. And you chop it in half, and then there are more and more brooms.
Yeah,
Damn.
Oh my God. So they find this dude and he's possessed by it, and it's if you just touch somebody, it can move.
It transfers to you.
It doesn't just transfer to you. It spreads.
Oh.
So it's like that dude's possessed still, but now you are also like, and it could get in your clothes.
This is like the COVID of demons.
Oh my God. Yeah, it basically is.
Oh my
God.
It
could get in your clothes. Like like
fomites that like spread through
like they encounter this guy and they're like, they go and they like dump the body because they're like, we just got to get him away from us because like we can't kill him.
But then does it spread to dead body, like other dead bodies? Like, no, I don't know.
No, not dead bodies.
You have to be living.
Yeah. So like they go and they dump this body because they're like, we can't kill it, but we got to get rid of it.
Okay.
And because they've been messing with it and they're moving him and everything, they're touching him, it's kind of spreading. And dude, this scene at the beginning, it's not really a spoiler because it's in the trailer, but I'll tell you this scene because it kind of kicks things off.
Okay. Give it like a little insight.
This man, he really hates this guy and moves the body, comes back home that night. His wife goes outside and she screams and she's pointing. She's like, the goat, the fucking goat. And he comes outside with the gun and there's like a whole herd of goats, okay? And he's looking at you. You're like, what the fuck goat? What goat? And he shoots his gun and the herd of goats takes off except for one goat.
And he's like.
And this goat's just staring at him like, sup, motherfucker. You're like, oh shit.
It's like, you want to go?
Yeah. And he's just looking at the goat. And
goats, like, not possessed goats will fuck you up.
And they
have no qualms.
So like the herd of goats takes off except for the one goat that's just like mad dogging this dude.
Okay.
And the guy points his gun at the goat and the goat walks up to the gun and puts his head against the gun.
Like, I dare you.
Because he knows like if you kill this goat, I'm just going to spread and take over some more shit. And the guy's just so pissed off, he shoots the goat.
Okay.
And then the next thing you know, out of fucking nowhere, an axe comes and smashes this dude in the face. It's the wife.
Oh, because she's possessed.
Because now she's like gone crazy.
Is this a Japanese film?
No, I think it's Spanish.
Okay, I'm thinking of something else then. But okay,
yeah.
So when evil lurks, what is it on? Do you remember?
I watched it on Shudder.
That sounds insane. It sounds really scary.
And like the image of when evil lurks, whenever you go to Shudder, whatever, the thumbnail is like the outline of somebody holding an axe towards their own head. Yeah, that's what happens next, and that's how this movie starts. They they just start axing themselves. They axed them.
That's kind of I feel like that's kind of going against the rules of like for the demon to be able to spread them. Why wouldn't he just keep on killing himself over and over and over again, and so eventually take over all the?
Well, I will say this: our hero of the movie. It's one of those movies where the guy you're supposed to be rooting for is doing so much wrong. Like, especially the end of the movie. Because it's like, dude, if you would just relax for a minute and think, you could figure this out and be okay probably. But like this dude is just... But there are some moments of this movie where I was... Yeah.
Would you say it's more like... It sounds pretty scary, but would you say it's like more gory overall, or is it suspenseful as well?
Everything.
It's everything. Ooh.
Yes.
And you watched it with dubs?
I watched it with dubs, yeah. But it's suspenseful because you don't know
like who do you like
where this thing's at.
Is there any physical besides if we were sitting here for a little bit and then you start acting funny, I'll be like, okay, I know that you're possessed. But is there any like automatic like physical traits that you see? And you can tell, like,
some of the people that are possessed, yeah.
But not all the time?
Right, not all the time.
So some of them, it's like more of a slow burn. Then you're like, oh, I'm not sure.
There's definitely a scene, I don't want to spoil it, but there is a scene where you're like, you kind of have a feeling what's going to happen, but you're not sure. Then it fucking happens, and...
Hold on to your hats.
Hold on to your hats.
What would you rate it?
I'm going to give it a good 8 out of 10.
Dang, okay. Yeah. All right.
And it didn't get to 10 only because the hero's a dumbass and I had to read a lot. So it's very minor.
How are you still reading when you have dubs?
No, not dubs. It's subtitled. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Yeah, but.
Dubs, not subs.
Yeah, dubs, not subs.
I mean, subs, not dubs. I mean, huh?
Yeah. But I mean, that's very minor. Like, it was fine.
I do. Okay, so I think watching a movie with subtitles is way better because you get a little bit more of, I I think when they do dubs, it's not always like a proper translation. Even with subtitles, it still isn't. Like obviously every language has its nuance. But I don't know. It is like, because like you're looking down, then you're like looking up, and then you're looking down, and so that is kind of a little frustrating. You're like, wait, am I missing something right now?
Yeah.
But I have to do that with Peaky Blinders because I can understand the shit that they fucking say, even though they're speaking English. Okay, you said that you watched 2 movies.
Oh, the other one was Texas Chainsaw.
And we know how that went.
We know how that went.
Okay, so I did watch a movie. It wasn't
Justin Timberlake.
You know he's in our, remember?
Do you think he does that all the time?
He's in a shit house. Gets her wet.
You think he just gets the hose? He's like, ah.
Do they have kids?
I think so.
Maybe that's how they got to have kids.
But he's just watching Texas Chainsaw all the time. He's
also,
like, hey, babe, come in here. I'm watching Texas Chainsaw again.
I mean, Jessica Biel has been hot forever. I remember one time he was talking about her workout routine, and she used to do like these one-legged squats with like dumbbells and shit.
Maybe that's what I should do.
Her and Chuck and Larry. Remember when he walks in, she's like, "Oh, it's okay," because she thinks that he's gay.
Oh yeah,
she's like changing like in her underwear and stuff like that.
I do remember that now.
Anyways, Jessica Biel, yes, very hot, yes. So if you want more Jessica Biel action, you know where to go. I mean, I hope he appreciates her because he's in the doghouse still in my book.
Yeah, you better, Justin Timberlake.
So I wouldn't say what I watched is like scary, but it was like a murder mystery.
Okay.
A Haunting in Venice, which you let me know is like a part of like a little, not like trilogy per se, but like part of the same lore, I guess.
I guess, yeah, you can say it's a trilogy because it's
trilogy.
Kenneth Branagh as that character in all 3 movies. So
okay,
until they make 4, then it's no longer a trilogy.
Then it's a quartet.
It is.
So it was pretty good. I would say I wasn't giving it my full attention, but like I said, it's a murder mystery. It's set in Venice, which is absolutely gorgeous, has some beautiful shots. Basically, there is this lore around this house about it being haunted because once upon a time, they had all these kids in there. And the doctors and nurses locked them up in this place, like in there, and like just let them die in there, supposedly is what the myth is. And so there had been a murder in that house of this woman's daughter, or something like some weird something around was surrounding it. And so there's all these different people there. Agatha Christie is there, played by Tina Fey, so the author.
So it's like a Marvel movie, but like
of like the Avengers of murder mysteries. The guy from Orient Express, and the one that goes through the things. There's a medium there. Then there's a few different random people, and I should have been paying more attention. There's the mom there.
What were you doing?
I don't know. I just doing stuff.
Are you scrolling on TikTok?
Don't worry about what I'm doing. First of all, don't worry about what I'm doing.
I know what you're doing.
It does not involve chickens. And if you're wondering what that is a reference to, you can go to patreon.com/Scaredycast. Listen to the latest Monday morning. Are you proud of me? That was
good. That was really good.
I actually did the link right.
If you want to know what the hell we're talking about, go over there on Patreon.
Anyways, okay, there's all these random people, and then a murder happens, and then the detective who was sworn off detective work because he says it kills his soul. Oh, man, the old rugged detective. Yeah, so then he locks everyone in there. He's like, we're not leaving until we find out who's killed all these people. And so there are some like twists and turns. I was not expecting the person that it ended up being. So it's an old Knives Out. Kind of, yeah. It's kind of like a Clue. But it's an old book. Clue type Isn't thing. It like a book? Like an old book? Sure. Old book. I don't know. People are probably so mad at me right now. Like, they're like, oh, wait a second. Yeah, actually, it is a book. Who do you think wrote it? Is it by Agatha Christie? Probably. She's in her own book. We're look up our facts here. I know all the librarians that listen to Scaredycast are just pissed they're out there. Now. I hope we love librarians and save libraries. Hey, in our defense, whenever I Google search "Haunting in Venice," just the movie comes up, not no book. Well, there you go. A Haunting in Venice is a mystery film loosely based on the 1969 Agatha Christie novel Halloween Party. See? Yeah, so, there is a Halloween party there that happens. She's in her own movie. Does she write herself in her own books? I don't know. The premise is that she's following around this detective. They're old friends, and she's trying to like see if something happens to like help inspire her for like a new book and stuff like that. I don't know nothing about books unless it started with Goose and ended with Bumps. Which that new series I heard is pretty good. I haven't watched it. I know I haven't watched either, but
I will because Justin
read,
Long's in it. And
all of the Goosebumps books.
Justin Long is our Scream King. I will watch anything with Justin Long.
Scream King.
He is Scream King.
But yeah, it was all right. I think if I would have paid more attention to it or maybe saw it in theater, I'd probably give it like a 6 or 7.
Okay.
It was all right.
All right.
Yeah, I think I thought I was in the mood for a movie, and then I quickly realized I wasn't. I was doing a bunch of other stuff, and so I was a little distracted.
All right. Swing back around real quick. Last week, y'all talking about this movie Cobweb.
So good. Anthony Starr.
Now, I'm cutting together a little TikTok video of you guys talking about this movie.
Okay.
And as I do, I have you guys, and then above you guys, I have the trailer kind of playing so that people can see little clips of it while you guys are talking about it.
Because everyone has the attention span of a goldfish.
I put on the trailer and immediately got terrified.
I'm telling you, it's a scary. It's pretty scary.
I texted you guys. What did I text you?
Oh, you said something.
I started texting, yelling at these two, like, you motherfucker. Yeah, because I'm home alone in a big spooky house. It's not a big spooky house. It's just a normal house. But I'm home alone watching this, like, spookiness happen. I don't get scared. Y'all know me. I don't get scared. I just want to watch slasher beat 'em ups, not haunting, ghosty shit. What did I say?
You said, man, fuck y'all. I put on this Cobweb trailer to make this TikTok, and the goddamn first fucking seconds of the trailer got me scared. I'm over here home alone doing this shit. What the fuck? Fuck you, knocking in the wall shit.
Oh, yeah, dude. Like, the trailer starts off with the kid in bed, and, like, there's just, I can't stand knocking. It's, like, just something. I don't know. I just like, knocking. Yeah, I don't like it. But, like, there's something in the fucking walls in this kid's bedroom, and I was like, hell no. I hit pause on that shit. I only downloaded the video. Fuck the audio. Don't want that audio. Go away from the audio. Yeah. But I'll, Cobweb.
It's good. And you did not you gave us a little what was it? Like a little fun fact that Seth Rogen is a producer.
Yeah, I
Cobweb.
think it was his whole production company, because like I looked at the producers because I was trying to figure out who to tag on the Instagram. And like all of them are from that same kind of group.
Okay.
Like him and Evan Goldberg and their production company, they did The Boys, which is probably why Anthony Starr's in it. And,
Anthony.
Anthony.
There's no H.
Tony.
Get it right, or I'm going to fight you.
Hey, Tony.
Oh, yeah, you guys are both Tonys.
Yeah, we are.
But he's a true Tony. You're a Thony.
He's a much better Tony than I am.
He's a Thony. Yeah.
God, I'm back in third grade again.
All right, so based
Tony
off of
Baloney, full of macaroni, Tony guitar.
Do you get flashbacks of Lucas saying cut the baloney and he's actually making fun of you? Your own kid is like doing a deep cut, talking about baloney. You're like, we don't talk about baloney in this house.
I don't want to be on the show no more.
Would you watch Cobweb after that trailer?
Yeah, I'll watch Cobweb.
It's good. I'm pretty sure it's on Hulu.
Yeah. Just because like the other part of the trailer where like the mom comes out of the darkness. I was like, oh shit, I need to watch this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll watch
there's
it.
lots of twists and turns. I am usually pretty good at like ruining stuff, but I watch this because I like to ask questions even though someone else also has not seen the movie. Mm-hmm. So I just like, say all these different things. Like maybe it's this, whatever. I watched it on a plane, so I did not have the ability to do that.
You were stuck on the plane.
I was stuck on a plane. Yeah, it was pretty good. I'm interested in your thoughts about it.
All right. Moving on to the next thing here.
Let's hear it.
We're going to talk about Americans' top 10 fears that they've had in 2023.
God.
Are you ready?
What isn't a fear of mine anymore?
Man,
I feel like after COVID, like I'm just scared of everything now.
We're going to start number 10.
Number 10.
The U.S. getting involved in another world war.
God. A world war.
A world war. Not just a country war.
Not just
world
we're already
war.
in like 20 wars. Probably about to fucking start a fucking another one with this whole fucking shit happening in the Middle East.
Number 9.
Numero
high medical bills.
9.
Which
that's not a fear. That's a real thing. I literally have like $20,000 of medical debt on
I 100% should go to a doctor, but I don't have insurance, so I'm not going to a doctor.
There's times where Tony says like the nastiest stuff to us, and he's like, "Yeah, this thing has just been like oozing for like a week, and I just like keep on putting
it took care
Band-Aids
of itself
on it." That's what you think.
It's been perfectly fine.
Well, that's we don't give out medical advice. On.
Yeah, you guys want some? I mean, it is Scaredycast. We get a little gross. Human. What is human horror?
Fluids.
I had just like a bump on my neck here. Okay, and I guess it was like a cyst that had grown under the skin and it had become inflamed and like blew up like real big and it hurt. But I live in America where I don't have any insurance. So I couldn't go to a doctor unless I wanted to pay out my ass. And guess what? I'm a podcaster. You know what that means? It means I'm fucking broke. Go to patreon.com/scaredycast. So
if you want Tony to like actually get his next fucking medical disaster checked out by a real doctor.
This fucking thing burst and started leaking. So I had to put giant bandages and tape around my neck and shit just to keep this shit intact over here.
I remember one time you like moved your collar and I was like,
oh yeah.
I'm like, get that.
It was awful. It was, I
me.
couldn't sleep good. Like it was just, there was no comfortable way to sleep. It took about a month and a half, maybe almost 2 full months before it finally started going away.
That doesn't sound right.
Well, hey, guess what?
Like...
Guess what? Now it's fully gone and fully healed by Mother Nature herself. That's right. All I did was just ate some pizza, drank some soda pops, and it went away. Didn't need to go to no doctor. I just rode it out.
That sounds like a great way that like people used to die. That was like very, like very fixable. But if we ever have an apocalypse or whatever, you just get like a paper cut and then you just die.
Probably. No, but yeah, like there's definitely like, you know, that weird chest ping you get every once in a while. And you're like,
yeah, and you're like, ugh. Okay, wait, that's not on the side of my heart, but it still hurts. You should have sent, you know how we could have gotten Scaredycast out of the red so then you could see a doctor? Should have sent that, like, should have recorded it and sent it to Dr. Pimple Popper.
Oh, yeah? Well, it already
People
popped,
love that most disgusting stuff. Oh, okay, before you get to number 8, one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen in my life, and this was not medically advised. This guy had, like, this huge thing on his leg, and they're, like, on his bed, and they have, like, all these towels. The person is not wearing gloves at all. They just, like, slice it open, and it just, like, pours out. People watch that stuff for fun. I watched it on accident.
I've had one of those big old blisters on my foot before then. Like, I remember, I don't know why. It was, like, summertime when I was a teenager, and I was just playing basketball in the driveway, and I was alternating between basketball and swimming. So I was barefoot.
And so maybe your skin was like a little soft.
Yes, like I was barefoot, and like the next day I woke up and just had this giant blister on my foot. My brother was just like, just poke it. I'm like, okay. So I just poked it and went like, pfft. Felt so much better. Number 8, chronic diseases.
Okay.
You think you got a chronic disease lingering somewhere?
Probably.
I definitely probably have like some heart something probably going on. Probably should stop all that pizza and soda pop, but it's just so dang good. And you know what? Here for a good time, not a long time.
See, YOLO.
YOLO. Number 7, corrupt government officials.
This just sounds like a lot of stuff that's just happening. And
these are like real.
Yeah, they're not like,
these aren't fears. These are facts.
Yeah, these are just what's happening. This is just real life right now. Like literally we're affected by all these things.
Number 6 is losing physical mobility.
That is a big fear.
Yeah.
And also it kind of makes you like thankful for like, even though we all have like shit going on and stuff, like, you know, you wake up in the day and like, you're like, oh, like I can actually like do stuff for myself.
Yeah. Would you rather, if you had to choose, something came down to it and you had to lose an arm or a leg, which one are you taking? Which one would you be?
I think I'm doing leg.
Yeah, I'm definitely going leg.
Because then I think it's a lot easier to do a bionic leg that's like more helpful, I guess.
Yeah,
you know? But like an arm, like
they
you
got
just
like those
like hook stuff.
Those like springy shoes, you know, like
ooh,
they're like
yeah.
curved, you know, like people use like the trot on like stilts on.
Yeah,
those.
like racers do
it. Yeah. I mean, I play video games, so I definitely would rather lose a leg than an arm. If I couldn't play video games anymore, oh my god.
What if you could turn your bionic leg into like a video game controller too? That'd be kind of cool.
Oh dang.
That'd be like a cool way to look into of like how to make things more robotic for people that have missing something.
I think they're doing that with arms and hands now too. They're coming out with like some pretty crazy. I remember there was like some kid. They gave them like an artificial arm, but it was like an Iron Man arm almost.
Oh, yeah. And Robert Downey Jr. visited him. Yes, it was so cool. I love when they do that stuff.
Moving on, number 5. Here we go. Top 5. You ready?
The countdown begins.
Mass shootings.
Again.
At number 5. You think they'd be higher?
I already told you guys my scariest story.
Number 4. Not having enough money for retirement.
I don't have enough money. I woke up negative in my account twice this week. I don't even have enough money for right now.
I don't have enough money for today.
Retirement. We're not gonna have Social Security. Okay, first of all, who did they talk to? They talked to 90-year-olds for this because they're like, oh, I'm scared of no money for my retirement. Bitch, you're already taking out Social Security. You're already the reason that we're in this mess with everything. Sorry to any of the 90-year-olds that listen to this, but I have beef with old people.
I did look
at the state of this country.
I did look at our analytics. And
it's all night. It's all octogenarians
like the bar that goes the farthest across says 35 plus. So, shout what up, old folks.
Hi. I'm about to be in that bar.
That's what's wrong. That's what we've been missing this whole time, Kelsey. We need to start going to retirement homes and doing this show.
They're like, what do they say? Goosey? Is that goulash? What is that, ambrosia? Like, yes, it is. And then we'll sell them all of our Tapping That Gussy shirts and they'll just be around. But you know what? They do tap that gussy because fucking old people be fucking left and right in those retirement homes. Chlamydia is like rampant.
Are you serious?
I'm not even kidding. I wish I was. When I heard that, I thought my friend was lying and I was mad at them, and it's true. Damn. So they're getting more than us. Maybe that's why the true reason I have beef with old people. They're just getting laid left and right for no reason. I'm like, why is that not my life? God damn.
Man, just write it out and then retire. And
maybe I'm gonna go have to get some Jello.
Just go work at a retirement home.
Okay.
And just show all those old dudes a good time.
I'm like, hey,
what's up, old dude?
You don't have any kids? What does your Social Security look like? These are important questions.
There you go.
God, I just have like 10 85-year-old boyfriends. I can't even give. No. Okay. Move number 4.
Boy.
That spike. There's gonna be a spike in our retirement listeners.
Fan mail, like handwritten letters now from retirement homes.
Dearest Kelsey,
we'll take you. Hey. Number 3 is personally becoming seriously ill. And number 2 is loved ones becoming personally ill.
Oh, so that's like a little nice that they're also slightly less worried about themselves.
That's nice.
Even though, you know what, you should be worried about yourselves because the chance of someone else taking care of you when you are very sick is very low. Yeah,
whenever you're oozing out of your neck. And and number 1, the top fear that Americans have in 2023 is loved ones dying.
It's life.
Wouldn't that be like a fear every year? Like your top fear all the time every year?
I would hope that you would never.
These are very boring fears.
Yeah. I was thinking like there was like, a piano falling on me from the sky. Or like, there's not even anything flight related on that. And I think planes are very scary.
Planes are terrifying. Sharks are terrifying. And they're nowhere on this list.
Zombies terrifying.
Zombies are terrifying.
Terrifying.
Ghosts.
I would think like some kind of like plague type thing. Like.
No, I think it's because, especially over on TikTok, I'm seeing a lot of people get a little nostalgic for the COVID times.
Nostalgic for the COVID times?
I mean, it was a good time for people who like weren't sick and dying.
It was a good time for people who didn't have like 20 family members, like just all perish, or
whenever
like not being able to fucking see anybody or do anything without thinking that you're killing someone or that you're gonna die.
Whenever your life,
right, Tony, it was great.
When your life consisted of just staying home all day every day before COVID happened, and you were like, oh hey, now all my friends can stay home and play video games with me.
That was okay. So. I mean, there was some silver linings, I guess, besides like millions of people dying and having like a reoccurring thing now. That is just one more thing that we have to worry about. Yeah, like playing Jackbox TV and stuff. Yeah. I guess it was kind of fun. I will blame though, like I was like using, like I was like drinking every night, like because like, yeah, whatever. Open up a bottle of wine. Let's go for a walk with this bottle of wine. And so now it's like, I'm going to blame that for like my crazy weight.
Was it box wine?
It was not.
Could you imagine?
We were fancy. We got the $6 bottles.
And when those big old boxes of wine.
Just walking around.
Walking around with a
little
big
funnel.
Funnel, yeah. Do we have any alien news?
We do. Do we have time for it?
We got a couple minutes.
Got a couple minutes. Okay. When you think of an iconic couple in Hollywood, who do you have someone that you're like, oh, I would kind of like want to be them?
Yeah.
For me, it's been Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell.
100%.
We always talk about The Thing all the time, but Overboard?
Overboard.
One of the best rom-coms of all time.
I love Overboard.
It is one of the best movies. And like they have just been a longtime couple. Their daughter, God, I'm totally blanking on her name.
Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson.
And their son, Wyatt.
Wyatt Hudson?
He's in, last thing I saw him in was the Falcon and Winter Soldier on Disney Plus.
What?
Yeah. He's like, remember like, God, I don't remember the character's name, but remember like bad Captain America, basically?
No.
He was on that show. He was like the villain.
I didn't watch that show.
But he looks like Kurt Russell. Like it's crazy. Yeah.
I'm going to need to look him up. But anyways, so Goldie Hawn says that she is a believer in aliens.
Okay.
She's 77 now, but she was recounting something that happened when she was 20.
Okay.
So she was sleeping in a friend's car in the California desert after a dance party, as you do. And she remembers that there was a high-pitched sound and that there was, at the time, a lot of stories of UFOs and sightings and things. You know, this was, 50 years ago? So that would be, 80s? 70s? Don't ask us to do math, okay? I've done math twice now. It's too
definitely
much.
like the 70s.
Yeah, like 70s. Okay.
This was sounds like it's like late 60s, early 70s-ish.
Okay. So very probably open-minded time, I'll say.
Very open-minded times. Woodstock was
Yes.
going on then.
Okay.
The Doors.
Free love.
Free love.
Experimenting with acid and stuff.
You know.
She looked out the window and she saw 2 or 3 triangular-shaped heads.
Damn. Heads.
They were silver in color and had a slash for a mouth, as well as small noses and no ears.
Sounds like manta rays.
Oh, kinda.
Yeah.
Oh my God, cute.
Maybe she was at an aquarium and didn't know.
They're just floating.
And they're just like on the wall of like the tank. And they're like, hey.
Yeah, they don't have noses.
Aren't you that chick from, what was that show? Laughing?
Would she have been, I don't know when her, was she famous in her 20s?
She was on some variety show. I think it was called Laughing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're pointing at her. So this kind of goes with your theory, pointing at her as if she was a subject.
Oh.
And she couldn't move. She was paralyzed. She says, I didn't know if it was real or not real. So now, of course, she wanted to talk about it almost 6 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she said she burst out of it like she was bursting out of a force field. But yeah, she basically said that they touched her face.
Did it say which desert?
No, it does not.
Oh, I was going to say, was this like the same?
California desert.
Well, I was going to say, was it the same desert where Britney Spears was driving through?
Perhaps. It could be because, her speaking about Kurt Russell, it also says that he saw the Phoenix Lights in 1997. He was in Phoenix at the time. So maybe they just kind of...
And the Phoenix Lights were out in that direction towards California and Arizona, you know?
I'm really glad that anytime I've ever been doing that drive, I have not seen anything because I never recover.
I did that drive by myself once.
Oh my God.
At night, in the middle of the night. And my check engine light came on. And I put my hand I put my hand on the steering wheel so I couldn't see the check engine light anymore.
You're like, I'm just going to ignore it.
Yeah.
It's like the fucking thing in your neck. You're like, I'm just going to put a Band-Aid on it.
Yeah, I'll fix itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
and guess what? I made it home.
Why were you doing that drive by yourself? That sounds terrible.
I was going to WrestleMania.
In where, LA?
LA. And my friend I was going with couldn't go. And I'm like, I'm going by myself to WrestleMania then. And then instead of staying the night, I was like, I'm just going to drive home after this. And I put on the Garden State soundtrack and bought a whole shitload of Del Taco and drove all the way home.
You drove there by yourself, went to WrestleMania,
Yeah.
drove back after.
Yeah.
It's very similar to my Vegas experience. It will never do it again.
Right. Batista won.
Good. Well, very good. Well, I'm happy that you made it safe.
And now, Batista later starred in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 with Kurt Russell. Thanks, everybody.
And good night. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Scaredycast. Make sure to go to scaredycast.com to stay up with all of our shenanigans. Next week, Brian will be with us. I don't know. I kind of like Brian Jr. better. He's not making as many Crush Brian Jr. Brian, your Crush Jr. Oh. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Make sure to share, follow us at Scaredycast, and let us know if there's anything that you'd like to talk about, if you have any scary movies, and what your favorite Thanksgiving dish is. Maybe we might be inspired. Might be inspired.
Maybe.
Tony, is there anything else? Oh, we also have an event coming up in December, Taproom 120. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that.
I'm done.
And there might be some stuff on socials maybe that maybe want to take a look at.
Whoa, maybe.
Maybe
You should follow us on social media. We might be giving away some stuff.
There might be something coming down the line.
Please end this.
Bye, guys. Love you.